Greetings, everyone. Today I wanted to talk about the infantilization of the African male. So to start off, I need to talk about what exactly a man-child is. And to clarify, I'm not saying all African males are man-children. However, I need to discuss the patterns that I have observed in different dynamics and why they might exist. We're going to talk about this today. So what exactly is a man-child, might you ask? Well, if it's not self-explanatory in itself, a man-child is a grown man who struggles with responsibility, heavily, and I mean emphasis on the heavily, relies on others to manage their life and responsibilities, expects others to solve their problems, pick up where they slack, avoids accountability, lack emotional immaturity, blames everybody else but themselves, blames, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, that is what a rough description of what a man-child is. It's I'm sure there's more that I haven't mentioned, but that's just brief. So, are boys and girls raised differently? That's the question you need to ask when discussing this type of topic. Are daughters expected to cook earlier than sons? Are daughters expected to clean while sons are excused to play outside? Are daughters expected to care for siblings and other responsibilities whilst the sons have no household duties or responsibilities? Are daughters taught independence earlier, whereas the sons are not? All of these factors can play in someone growing up to be a man-child and having what I like to call arrested development, where they never matured past a certain stage because responsibilities was never handed on to them. You know, everybody else took on their burdens. So they grow up, and in their adult years, they're pretty much...
Be nice. I'm finding it.
Man-children.
It take you that long to find it?
It does.
Let's talk the man-child. An adult male, successful, maybe, educated, maybe, ambitious, maybe, or maybe appears to be. But he can't do basic things. He can't cook a basic meal. He expects his partner to clean up after him. His mother makes major decisions in his life as a grown man. He never truly stands on his own and faces his own responsibilities. He never faces accountability. Excuses are constantly made for him, even as a grown man. A grown hardback man, might I add. Excuses are constantly made for him. This is the man-child. As an African woman, I can only speak from what I see in African cultures. This is not about attacking African cultures per se, or blaming African mothers per se. Africa is a whole continent, do you know what I mean? There's diversity all over. There are millions of African men that are independent, that are responsible, that are emotionally mature. So obviously there are exceptions, and I'm not generalizing. I'm talking about a specific group from what I have seen. I feel like I need to clarify that again. From observation, I see that some African families have this golden son dynamic that they enforce, really. Even if the son hasn't achieved nothing in this life, impregnates women everywhere, doesn't face responsibilities, they're still held to this high regard, you know, because some sons are seen to be like the family name carrier, you know, future providers, someone to protect. But the thing is, when they are not held responsible for their actions, and they're not held accountable, their growth is prevented, you know. They grow up feeling entitled, wanting and demanding respect that they have not earned. Because that's what they're used to seeing. They're used to seeing men being highly exalted, even though they don't do nothing. I didn't say all. But they're used to seeing men being highly exalted whilst running away from responsibility. They're used to people picking up their slack. So they grow up thinking that, I can do a lot of these things and get away with it. I can come out here and big up my chest like I'm the man, even though I don't act like one. Acting like a man is open for interpretation. Whatever you think acting like a man is, I guess that's subjective. But they want a certain sense of, like I'm a man, I'm a this, I'm a that. But you don't handle responsibilities like a man. You are a man-child. A man-child is never challenged, and they will struggle, in the world where they meet certain people who are not going to take that from them, and their eyes will open eventually, and they'll know that it doesn't run like that in the outside world. Maybe they coaxed you when you was younger. They coaxed you all the way onto your big age like this, so you now think that when you step outside of your house, that's how the real world is. It's not like that. The roles the family members of the man-child can take are avoiding blaming women. A mother doing everything for her son might come across as love and sacrifice, but at what point does that turn into enabling? At what point does that turn into coaxing? So mothers and fathers and other family members like brothers and sisters, and I'm even going straight towards the women, because women are, known to be naturally nurturing. And unfortunately, that can mean that some women enable stupidity, all in the name of being nurturing. And are you over nurturing a grown man? Are you over coaxing a grown man? So the roles family members of the man-child can take are avoid blaming women for your son. Be good role models, from like the father's aspect. When you demonstrate masculinity and responsibility, not just authority, like I'm the man, you must. No. When you actually show masculinity, from what I see, is not loud. Nah, you don't need to be up your chest to show that you're a man. No. It's demonstrated through responsibility and sacrifice. One of the biggest misconceptions is that becoming a man happens to be automatic because of biology, that having male anatomy makes you a man. But I believe that what makes you a man is depending on character, maturity, or responsibility. The impact man-children have on their relationships are that some women tend to feel exhausted because they become their organizers, caretakers, emotional managers. A relationship that's supposed to be a partnership has now turned into a parent-child dynamic. Can you imagine? What woman wants to sign up for that rubbish? And it's not even just in their romantic relationships. It could also be in their relationships with their offsprings as well. Imagine you have adult children and you are a man-child yourself, and your adult children are supposed to teach you how to be a man or what it takes to be responsible because you have arrested development. And now, you see how it just doesn't, it's not right. It's not right. It's horrible. And there's long-term effects. It's long-term effects. In many African cultures, men are often told that they're supposed to be leaders, protectors, and role models. But leadership is not just a title. This is what I've been trying to say. It's demonstrated through actions. A person cannot demand respect whilst avoiding responsibility. A leader is not simply someone who has authority over everyone. A leader is someone who has discipline over themselves. Don't put the people you're supposed to lead in compromising situations. Don't put yourself into compromising situations. Not saying all circumstances are perfect and everything will be perfect, but a leader should know how to lead. You can't just have that title because it's fun. No. Yeah. Oh, and a lot of them are quite performative when it comes to portraying that they are guiding families, communities, and future generations. But the painful reality is that a lot of them fail in that. They fail because they were never taught emotional maturity, accountability, sacrifice, facing your responsibility. They weren't taught them type of things there, and they just refuse to grow. So to round up this video, I basically just want to say, at the end of the day, manhood is not simply something you inherit through biology. It's something you develop through character, experience, sacrifice, discipline, responsibility. Being a man is not just about getting older, stronger, or having authority or appearing to look like you have authority. It's about responsibility, discipline, humility, sacrifice. Not pumping up your chest, trying to look macho, being performative when you don't do nothing. For those who are expected to be leaders and role models, the responsibility is even greater. Leadership means actually lead, not pretend to look like you're leading but you're not. Anyways, I am going to close this video. It sounds like I'm being cheeky. I'm not. These are the issues of today. These are the issues.
It's well.
It is well. I'm going to close. And to close, I just want to thank you for watching this video. Please hit the like button. Like this video physically, not just emotionally, for more real and raw topics, because they are coming. And also subscribe and hit that notification bell. Yeah, I don't usually ask for all these things, but I think I should start doing it because some people might forget to do such. And if you do enjoy these type of videos and content, like, so that YouTube can know that this is what you like, and I can make more content. I'll make the content regardless if I want to, but it would be nice, encouraging as well, so I know what, what does what. But thank you so much. Love.